Okay, so welcome to the call. It is Thursday, December 11th, and this is week 2 of Dream Builder series. And tonight we have on the call, we are going to have Kristin, who is a diamond coach. I want her to share, she's going to share a little bit about when she joined, a little bit about her backstory, but then she's going to also share her dreams with us. And then from Kristin, Deanna is going to get on, and she's a coach. She's going to share the same things. And we're going to have a little bit of a perspective here where everyone's dreams in this business are completely different. But we have one main focus. So that's why I wanted to do these series. And then from them sharing their dreams with you, I'm going to share 3 takeaways. So if you don't have your business activity tracker, get one. I have mine pulled up on the computer, so I will do a screen share even to help you find it on the computer. But before we even get started, I wanted to share the quote of everyone needs deadlines. You know, you look at your goals in whether it's work or your life or even just this business. You can set goals, but it's really just a plan unless you put a benchmark on it, a time frame, a deadline. You know, at the end of the year, it's when everyone says, oh, I want to reach this rank by the end of the year, and they set that goal for January. Well, you have 12 months to reach that goal. And it can be something small, it can be something big. But I want you to take your goals and make a monthly goal, make a 3-month goal, a 6-month goal, and a year goal. And if you really want to get down to it, make a dream board for 3 and 5 years from now so that you can have something that you are trying to reach. You have something that is pushing you to go forward in your business. So first up, I wanted to just congratulate you all for being on this call and having an amazing November, an amazing first week of December. I did not post the shout outs yet on Facebook or in our team page, but the numbers are astonishing. With 11 days in this month, we have, I think, over 20 people with at least one Success Club point. So pat yourself on the back if you are on that board. That's huge for December. Everyone is so busy with Thanksgiving and Christmas and holidays and planning and buying presents, but you're still working and you're not giving up. And if you have only one Success Club point, it's okay. You still have 20 more days of the month. So don't let it fool you, even if you have 0 points. You know, there's still people out there that want to get fit for the new year. And guess what? They have to buy that program now in December so they have it for January 1st. So keep that in mind as you're going through the next few days. It's not time to give up. It's time to go full speed ahead. And I don't want you to ever think, oh, well, if I don't have a number on that board on Thursday, that you're, not going to. Just keep staying positive and never give up. Just keep pushing. So first up, I'm going to have Kristin get on and share a little bit about herself. And she is recent diamond, 2 or 3 weeks now. So I'm going to have her share her goals with us.
Hi, everyone. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to get on, and thanks, Nikki, for giving me this opportunity. So I'm Kristin, for those of you who don't know me, and I've been a coach since February. A little bit of my background with Beachbody. I first joined a challenge group in, I think it was May of 2013 after I had my son, and I really was just looking to lose the weight I had gained during my pregnancy. And I didn't really have a lot of success with my program at that time. My son was young, and he was an extremely attached child, nursing nonstop, only would nap on me. So I couldn't really get into a routine. But I fell in love with Shakeology. I was drinking Shakeology every day, and I had been dealing with a number of health issues for the past few years. And when I started drinking Shakeology, it was for weight loss, but I had no idea like about the other benefits, and it had such a tremendous impact on my health, and I was hooked. But I had made the decision after my son was born and after I returned to work from maternity leave to quit my job. I didn't want to be away from him, and it was not something that my husband and I had planned for financially. So we were already strapped for money. So there just wasn't room in our budget for Shakeology, but we both knew that it was so good for my body. And my coach had started to talk to me about the discount and how it would only take 3 people to buy Shakeology off of me to cover my own costs. And I started to think about it, and it was about 8 months later, I guess, that I finally took the plunge and became a coach. And at that point in time, I really didn't have any expectations for myself as a coach. I had a plan of, all right, I need to fit this into our budget, and that was my way of doing it. And I knew that I could find at least 3 people in my personal life that could benefit from Shakeology. And I figured I could do that in 1 month. And I did. I got my mom on it, I got my brother on it, I got my sister on it, and then my Shakeology was free. And I had surgery right after I signed up. So I wasn't working out or anything. I just was like happy with my Shakeology, and that was all I really needed. But I did a coach camp, and I had a lot of time on my hands recovering from surgery. And in the midst of coach camp, this sort of seed, I guess, was planted in my mind, and even more so in my heart, that I started to think about the potential of being a coach and seeing it as something that maybe I could actually do. And at that point, I started to learn about, what exactly a why is, and thinking about mine. And I just started to have these goals and dreams as a coach that I didn't have when I signed up. And I think that happens with a lot of us. We sign up thinking one thing, and you get involved with this amazing team, and you see this amazing company and the resources being given to you, and you start to have this hope and belief in yourself as a coach that you never even imagined before. I mean, I had no background in this and never saw myself doing something like this, but I just started to understand the potential that I had to succeed. And I just went all in at that point. And I started doing the 21-day fix when I was recovered. I was having amazing success. I was sharing my story, and I started to do really well. As a coach, I started to have these big dreams of paying off debt and gaining financial freedom. And I was doing well. I was growing my team. I was hitting Success Club 10 every month. I was making pretty good money. Like June and July, I made as much money as I made in my full-time job. And then August came, and I despite, eating healthy, just years of unhealthy habits and pushing myself too hard with my fitness, and my body just kind of gave out, and I got really sick in August, and I wasn't able to work out. I was barely able to function. And at that point, I was incredibly grateful that I had built enough income for my family to sustain, the days my husband had to take off of work unpaid, to take care of me and take care of my son. And the fact that I was able to continue to earn money and work despite being so sick that I couldn't get out of bed is something I'm incredibly grateful for. And it's something, looking back now, like it even adds more to my why. But I did start to struggle at that time in my business emotionally, because I felt like I was faking it. I felt like how I started treatment with a functional medicine doctor, and I'm not allowed to drink Shakeology, and I'm not allowed to work out. I'm not even allowed to do yoga. And I just felt like, how am I supposed to be a coach and be an example when I can't even do any of these things myself? And I like I said, I just felt like I was faking it. And I was getting to this point where I didn't know if I could keep going. And I had to take a step back and really just kind of re-examine my why. And then I had this epiphany that I was not going to let my sickness be a roadblock for me. And instead, I was going to realize that it was a blessing and that God had put me in a very unique position to understand how critically important it is to take care of your body before it gets that sick. And I started to share my story on Facebook, and just people were coming out of the woodwork, like people who are going through similar struggles and just being silent about it, and people who found hope in my hope and my story. And so I decided, to go all in again, and I finally hit Diamond shortly thereafter, and really started to think about what my goals and what my dreams are for the future and my business and for my family. And I have, a list of specific goals for myself for the next year and for the next 5 years. Things like 3-star diamond, 5-star diamond, 8-star diamond, pay off all of my credit card debt, pay off my student loan debt, pay off medical bills, pay off my mortgage. And those are the specific goals. But when I think about dreams, having a dream is so much bigger than your goal, because it's really kind of like the big picture, the ultimate, what does your life look like? What do you want your life to look like? And for the first time ever, I have this image of what I want my life to look like. And I know that I can get there thanks to Beachbody. So my dream, that big dream floating around in the air that I'm working towards, is a life of complete freedom, a life of financial freedom and freedom of time, where if I get sick again, or anyone in my family gets sick, there's never an issue of how are we going to pay for this, or how are we going to take care of this person, and not have to worry about missing work or losing a job or paying medical bills or anything like that. I don't ever want to have to worry about something like that. I want to be able to take care of my own body and take care of my family without any type of limitation. And even bigger than that, I feel like God has given me a purpose in this job. Like, that seed that was planted all the way back in coach camp has grown and grown and grown. And my experiences, my own personal experiences over the past year, it's gotten me to a point where I have no doubt in my mind that I have a purpose. And that's part of my dream, to share the knowledge I have and the experience I have with people, to help them understand it's tough in our society to make a change. We live in a society where it's very convenient to eat unhealthy and to be unhealthy, but we get one body, and you've got to take care of it. And that's my message to the world. And if I have to chip away at this widespread disease resulting from these poor, the food we're eating, the crap we put in our bodies, if I have to chip away one life at a time, I want to spend the rest of my life doing that and helping people prevent the type of sickness that I have had to battle over the past few years. So those are my dreams for my business and for my family. And as far as my plan of action, I guess I just plan to continue doing things the way I have been, which isn't really any different from any other coach. I think if I were to offer any advice to any of the newer coaches, it would be 3 things. 1, consistency with the vital behaviors. I know you've heard it a million times. They're easy to do, they're easy not to do, but doing them is going to make the difference of whether your business grows or if your business remains stagnant. And it's just really that simple. The second thing is to be real. You've got to stay true to yourself. You've got to know who you are, and you've got to put it out there for the world to see. Don't compare yourself to other people. Don't look at what this person is doing and what that person is accomplishing, because it's a distraction from you and your own journey and your own purpose. You've got to just be who you are and put it out there. And the third thing, which is something I've really been trying to emphasize with my own team, especially over these past few months where it's really hard and a slow time for health and fitness, is to really focus on building relationships. We're in the business of helping people, and that means building trust and building relationships with people, even if it's not a sale. Don't focus on a number. I mean, I know it's our goal every month to hit Success Club, but if you're focusing on that number and that sale, you're going to miss an opportunity to connect with someone. You've got to focus on building the relationships with anyone you want to join you on your fitness journey, in your challenge group, with anyone that you want to join your team as a coach, or with anyone that is on your team as a coach and you want to take them to the top with you. You have to take the time to invest in relationships. And I guess those are the three top things that I try to stick to every day in my business.
Awesome. Thank you. So if I was to ask you what your life looks like 3 years from now, if you were to go down to the nitty-gritty of waking up, would you be in the house that you're in? Would you only have Micah? Do you see Adam still working or at home? Like, what does your life look like 3 years from now? I know I'm putting you on the spot, but
no, that's okay. Yeah, no, I mean, my life 3 years from now, I'm definitely in a bigger home with no neighbors, land. I would like to be healthy enough to have another child without worrying about, my body not being able to handle it. And I definitely want to retire Adam. I definitely want to bring him home. He has some passions of his own that he would like to follow, and I would like to be able to provide him that opportunity so he doesn't have to go to a job every day that, not that he hates, but he's not passionate about his work, to have a home with no mortgage, no debt of any kind, no student loans, just complete freedom.
Awesome. Love it. I love it.
Thanks.
All right. So she even gave you 3 takeaways of what she does in her business every single day. So use what's working, but also you're going to find the tips that everyone gives you, and even myself, they might not work in your life. I know there are a lot of our coaches that are full-time jobs, so they only have like 3 hours to devote to Beachbody each day. So you work on those 3 hours and you make a power hour of the top 10 things that you can do every day that are going to move your business forward. So take the tips that everyone gives you and write them down and play around with them to see what's working for you and what, may not work for you in your business at this point. And you have to remember, there are some coaches that have been here a little longer. There are some coaches that are brand new. So what's working for older coaches might not work for you right now in your business if you're brand new. So next up, Miss Deanna, I'm going to have you unmute yourself.
Did it work? Can you hear me? Okay. Oh, I don't even know where to begin. Basically, I became a coach. Well, first I became a coach in 2013. It was completely the wrong team, everything was wrong about it. Like, my coach basically said, here's a website, take a look around. I'm like, okay, so obviously I had no customers, no support whatsoever, and I was lost. So then a couple months later, I messaged Nikki asking if I could join her team. And since I quit coaching, I had to wait 6 months before I could be a coach again. So then finally, April of this year came around and I joined Nikki, and it was probably the best decision I made. I got customers. I had people interested. They never signed, but I was still new. And even though I still don't have any coaches, I've been back and forth between whether I want to be a discount coach or take this full-time, part-time, because I was in pharmacy tech school and I just felt like I had no time. Then this summer, I'm like, okay, I want to take this on more and more, and it still wasn't working. And then last week, I kind of gave up. I was close to quitting. Then my success partner, Kristin, said that I would be an amazing coach and that I should just still give it a try. So I was even more excited to be on this call, and I am going to work my best to build my team to make my dreams come true. And I started thinking about my why, like, even more, and I want to make myself happy first of all. I've always been that girl, like the skinny girl, and then out of college, I gained the weight, and that made me the most unhappiest girl ever. I was depressed, sad, everything, you name it. And then, I don't know, this past September, things really went downhill. My grandma passed away last month, even more sad. So I just kind of want to make myself happy again. I don't know. I want to move to Cleveland to be with my boyfriend. It's been 7 years seeing each other every other weekend, and like, it's rough. So I want to be able to afford a house. I don't want to live in an apartment. I want a dream house, dream kitchen, big backyard for my dogs. And I want to pay off both of our student loans. We have so much debt, it's not even funny. Everybody can understand that. Basically, I think that's all my dreams are, is to move and pay off debt, really. What else? My plan of action, be less salesy than anything. I want to post more about like my workouts, drinking Shakeology, how it's helped me, instead of like asking everybody, oh, be on my team. So I want to inspire people more by doing that than just like messaging right off the bat, hey, join my team, because this is what happened and this will do that for you. So basically that's my plan of action. Hopefully by next year I'll have the diamond, the 1-star, 2-star. So yeah, I'm a little stuttery, so it's okay.
Awesome. So when you say your dreams are to move, do you see yourself with your boyfriend now and you two getting married and having kids? And do you see all of that down the road, or do you see yourself being independent?
I see myself like within 6 months, like getting engaged and then starting that whole like planning the wedding and all that good stuff that comes with it. So I'd say within the next 2 years, be actually like married and settling down and starting a family and all that.
If you had the opportunity, would you make Beachbody full time, or would you stay with pharmacy?
It would depend. Like if I find that really good job to where I could only work like 2 or 3 days a week, that would be amazing. So then I could still like be away from the house, be like interacting with people, but then I would still like to be at home.
Awesome. Awesome. So with hearing these dreams and these goals, they are different. Kristin already has a family started, and so you look at what your dreams are and what you want to accomplish in your life, whether it is just looking 3 years down the road. Is it a house? Is it a car? Is it paying off debt and feeling financially free? Is it starting a family? Is it helping retire your spouse or a family member? What is it that you see down the road in your life? And that's what you really want to imagine. And like I talked about it on the call last week, you want to envision it. You want to feel it. You want to, it's almost like you're living in it. And it's like you have to pinch yourself to get yourself out of that dream. We talk about daydreaming all the time, but I really want you to do that. I want you to just sit in a quiet room and imagine where you see yourself in 3 years from now, 5 years from now. What do you see yourself doing at that moment? If you can even go down to, writing out your day of waking up. Do you have to set an alarm? Do you have to go to another full-time job? Are you waking up and spending time, doing something that you love, working Beachbody, having a hobby, going to a class that you like, going to the beach, having your family being with you, making dinner together as a family, sitting down as a family to eat dinner. I know that's something that we still don't do every single night because Chris's schedule is so crazy. And towards the end of the year, his schedule gets crazy again. I made a post today. Last night he worked night shift, and then he literally got home at 10:30 last night and was out the door at 4:00 this morning. So I didn't really get to see him because then I went and picked the kids up. By the time he got home, it was time to pick the kids up, and then we had a few hours to see each other, and then the craziness happens again. So what do your dreams look like? Do you want that craziness to go on, or do you just want it to be peaceful and just everything to flow and everyone is on the same schedule and the same routine? Think of those questions of what you want in your daily life. Because if you think about it, the less crazy and less hectic your day is, the more happier you're going to be. The more peaceful life is going to feel for you, and the more free you're going to feel. I know when I was teaching, I felt tied down. And I bet a lot of you feel like that right now in your full-time job. You have to set an alarm to get to your job. You are there at a certain time. You have to be there within those hours. You have to work your 40 hours to make your paycheck. You have to do those things. So do you still want that in your life? And some of you might. And I'm not saying that that's wrong. That's your dream. Your dream's different than my dream. So think about the things that you want in your dream, what you want to see in your life. With that being said, my 3 tips I'm going to talk about tonight are tracking your business using a business activity tracker, sharing your progress, and success partners. So number 1, I'm going to kind of go backwards on my list that I just gave you. Success partners. If you have ever been on a, basketball team or a sports team, you have your captain that's at the top of your team, the one that you go to if there's problems. And then you have someone that is whether it's on your side, if you play defense or offense, that you kind of hold on to and you click to, and you guys work together really well to make sure that you win that game. That's basically what a success partner is. It's somebody that you are going to work with, that you have similar goals, you have similar likes, you might both have a family, you both might have a full-time job, but your end goal is to be a full-time Beachbody coach with a family. This person is going to be somebody that complements you. It's not going to be somebody that drains you. You want this person to help you reach your goals, but you also want to help them reach their goals. You want them to lift you up when you are having a down moment. You also want to be that person that lifts them up when they're having a bad day. So you want to be with a success partner that is, yes, they have bad days, but you can be that person to push them up, and they can push you up as well. You don't want a success partner that is always bringing you down, because one, that's going to make your business come down. That's going to make you upset. That's going to make you have resentments against that person and against your business, because you're not going anywhere. So I'm going to say right now, on December 11th, if you have somebody that you have been working with this past year that just does not complement you and your lifestyle, it is okay to tell them, I just don't think things are working well. And it might not be because they're bringing you down. It might be because your schedules are off. It might be because your family is different. You might not have a family and they do. It might be because you just don't fit well. Your goals don't align. It can be for any reason, but I want you to commit to finding a new success partner by the end of the year. So when you start January 1, you both have a time to meet, whether it's via, a video conference call, whether it is meeting in person, because I know Jasa and Morgan like to meet every single Monday, or whatever the day is, but they meet in person and they talk for hours. You might be in two different states. That just might not work for you. It can be on a phone call. But I want you to start January 1st to be able to get on a call with somebody and complement each other. Work together to push forward with your goals. This is going to be somebody that you can go to outside of the team page to ask for advice. This is going to be somebody that you can kind of talk to when you have a moment that you want to bitch about me. You can go to this person and do that. You know what I mean? That's what this person is all about. You can go to them and confide in them and get your stress out, but also you can find comfort in them to know that it's going to be okay and you're going to push forward and reach your goals. So you have 3 weeks to find somebody that does that for you. If you want me to set you up with somebody based on your personalities, based on similar goals, just ask me. I can do that. I can help find, whether it's somebody outside of our team, we can do that because I know we're working with a few other teams and their downlines, and I know we can pair you guys up to work together so that you can have an amazing 2015. I don't want you to ever feel like you aren't getting the results that you want because you're putting in the effort. I want you to know that wherever you feel stuck, you can always come to me, even if you have a success partner. Or you can go to another coach and ask them for help. We're all here to help you no matter what in this business. So your success partner is just somebody that you are going to cling to, and you two are going to run with this business together. Number 2 point that I wanted to talk about is sharing your progress. I have people say to me all the time, well, I'm not at my goal body. I don't want to share my progress, or I haven't completed a program. I don't want to share. If people do not see your results and see that you are truly working your behind off, they aren't going to believe you're working the business. So if that means to share your weekly progress pictures, if that means to share your monthly pictures, if that means to just share a picture of the scale once a week. Here's what I was on day 1, here's what I weigh now. If it means to share a snapshot of your measurements that you take each week, you have to share your progress because people want to see that it's really working for you. And they want to see that they should commit to you and invest in you because you're making it work so you can help them make it work. What are you doing to make it work? That's what people want to see. So if you're not sharing progress, people aren't going to see and believe that you're really working out. They can see your workout pictures, but you can take a picture of you before, you can go splash some water on your face and take a picture after. People aren't going to see and know that you're really working out unless they see that your body is changing. And let me just tell you, if you're working out 6 days a week, you're eating clean even 80% of the time or 75% of the time, and you're drinking Shakeology every day, your body is going to change every single day. Whether it's on the scale, whether it's inches, whether it is physical appearance, clothes fitting, your mood, you're going to change. So sharing that with people is what it's all about. Being real with people. I'm real with people every day. Since June, I have had the craziest stomach issues, and I have been eating like a monster. I eat everything in front of me, and it shows. It shows. I've gained weight. I don't have any energy to get up in the mornings. It just shows. And I share that with people. I've been on this journey for 3.5 years. I'm not at my goal weight. I still have struggles. I'm human. But you know what? People like to know that you're human. They like to know that you work your butt off. You get results when it comes down to it. But they also like to know that you eat a donut or you have pancakes every once in a while. They like to know that. So be you, be real, but share the progress that you are getting and you're doing and you're seeing and you're working your tail off. Those are things you have to be proud about that. Even if it is 2 pounds, 2 pounds is huge on a transformation. 1 pound is huge. Going down a size in jeans, that's huge. Share that with people. They want to see that. They want to see how real you are and how the program is really working for you. And they want to see that you're committed to you. So of course you're going to commit to them and you're going to help them reach their goals that they're looking for. Okay. And if you guys have any questions when I'm doing my little rants and I go off on my soapbox, just go ahead and put in a question in the chat box and I'll get to it. I'll see it pop up. Now the last thing is the business activity tracker. Tracking your success. Tracking what you're doing every single day so that you know come next week, I feel so down because I haven't done anything. No one's coming to me. I have no Success Club points. I haven't made a sale. I can't start a challenge group because I don't have any people. Well, what did you do last week? Did you invite? Did you read your personal development? Did you invite to the business opportunity? Did you follow up with those people you invited and talked to? The business activity tracker is what is going to hold you accountable to yourself. And like I said last week, if you need to send me your business activity tracker weekly, do it. Jen Stevenson does it every single Thursday. She sends me her business activity tracker. I look at it. She even knows what she slacked off on before I can tell her. She tells me, I know this is where I have to change. And you'll get to that point where you'll look at your business activity tracker when you're getting ready to send it. And this is something you can do with your success partner too. You don't have to send it to me, whoever you feel more comfortable with. But you'll look at it and send it off and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed because I didn't really invite on Thursday and I wanted to invite 5 people a day. Or I wanted to invite 10 people a day and I only invited 30 people this week. So I missed, say you work Monday through Friday on your Beachbody business. I missed 20 people. I better catch up. I better do that now so that she sees that I caught up from last week. So your business activity tracker is going to keep you accountable to yourself. It's going to help you stay on track, and it's going to help you succeed, because the more consistent you are with tracking what you're doing, the more you're going to do it. The more it's going to come easier to you to do. So instead of inviting just 3 people a day, it's going to turn into 5 people a day. And then it's going to turn into 10 people a day. And in my Diamond and Above group right now, we have like a contest. There's like a contest between everyone to see who can invite more people each day. And it's kind of nice to see, because I posted in my personally sponsored group yesterday. I wasn't using my business activity tracker for a while. And then I finally pulled it up, and I went through, and there were 45 invites and follow-ups that I haven't done in the past few weeks, because I didn't pull up my business activity tracker. I didn't have my list of people that I needed to follow up with. So I sent out 45 invites and follow-ups yesterday. So now it's like a contest, who can invite and follow up with more people. So you have that healthy competition to see, okay, who's gonna get the most, or am I gonna get all my invites in for this week? And that's something that's nice to have, because you have on your business activity tracker what you're doing, what you're not doing, and where you need that extra push. So I'm going to pull up the business activity tracker, because I know a few people had a few issues with understanding how to track on the business activity tracker. So let's see. I hope you can see and hear me. Can you guys nod your head if you can hear me? Okay. Okay, so to get to your business activity tracker, news and training, Coach Training Academy. You're going to come into your Coach Training Academy, go down to reference materials. Once you're in reference materials, you slide down business activity tracker. You pull up whichever one works best for you. For me and on my computer, PDF is the easiest. So here it is. Business activity tracker. You put your name in. And honestly, the best way to do this so that all of your information saves is you go and save it. So save it on your computer. Even you can download it right here and then pull it back up. But you go in, put your name, the week of. I always put Monday. Monday is my first day. But because the business activity tracker, I wonder if you can change that. No, you can't change that. Okay, so week of. So I would put December 11th on the week of, because today is Thursday. That is the week we are starting. You put your current rank. And what do you want to achieve by the end of the week? Or you can even make this as your rank advancement goal can be, say you're Emerald, you want to hit Ruby. When? When do you want to hit Ruby? Or Diamond. When do you want to hit Diamond? And that can be this rank advancement goal and date can all stay the same until you hit it. It doesn't matter if you don't hit it within the week or whatever. Next, be proof the products work. So this is going to be you drinking your Shakeology and working out, being a product of the product. How many days do you want each of them? 7 and 7, right? Or 7 and 6 if your program's a 6-day workout. So you check on here. Did I work out and drink my shake? Did I drink my Shakeology today? Check, or put a number 1. So I would say, okay, drinking my Shakeology 7. I'll just say 6 because I think max is 6. So Thursday, did I work out or did I drink my Shakeology today? Yes. Did I work out? No, because I'm not working out currently. Oh, that's bad. So I would say yes if I worked out. So you would just go through all the way until, say tomorrow I didn't work out. I missed my Shakeology and I missed my workout on Saturday. Yes and yes. Monday, yes and yes. Yes and yes. Yes and yes. So there you go. So you can look, which our old one, I swear it added it up on the end, the total. Okay, so I'm going to have to look for that one. Sorry. But so you go through and you say, okay, so I missed Friday and Saturday. So I missed a workout and I missed a Shakeology for the week. Next up, your goal for personal development. Personal development is huge. I know people think it's a joke and they think it's funny and they think it's, oh, those people are so crazy. I don't want to read a book about, being happier or selling to people. In this business, we cannot help others until we help ourselves. We have to nourish our brain to nourish the words that come out of our mouth to help people. That is just something that we have to do. In this business, it's all about building relationships, but you can't build a relationship if you don't know how to talk to somebody. So personal development is going to help you with that. Yes, a lot of it is people, I can't even think of the word. People skills, there we go. A lot of it is prior knowledge. A lot of it is just being in, talking about health and fitness and the things that you know. But a lot of it is encouraging and inspiring. And that's what personal development is going to do. It's going to feed your brain with the words to speak to people and to talk to people. So ultimately you want to read at least, they say about 10 pages and listen to 30 minutes of personal development a day. On here, it's actually a lot less. It says to listen to 10 minutes of personal development a day. And here you would just put how many days do you want to read? Or if you want to read a whole entire book in a week, or a chapter in a week, or half of the book, you write that. And then each day you can check it off if you read, or you can put down, only read 10 pages. So you just keep yourself accountable on this line of what you did. On my business activity tracker, which I could totally show you guys, but I have what personal development I did. So I have a section that's just personal development, and me personally, I consider the National Wake Up Call personal development. I consider these calls personal development. I was doing a series with Chalene Johnson. That was personal development. And then the books that I read and the audio that I listen to. So each one of those things is on my personal development section, and I just check off what I do. So usually Mondays are a National Wake Up Call and Thursdays are this call. So those are things that, you just check off when you're doing it. In this case, you can just write down, read 10 pages of this book, listen to National Wake Up Call, or listen to Team Call, or listen to a podcast of an old National Wake Up Call. Whatever it is you did, keep yourself accountable so you know what you did, and so that your success partner or I know what you did for that day. Again, you can make it simple. You can check it off. You don't have to write details. I'm sometimes a little more detailed when it comes to things like this, but simple is fine as well. Next section, staying connected. Coach Monthly, that's the email that you get. Just staying connected with what's going on in Beachbody. Checking your breaking news in the back office. I check my back office every single day, several times a day. If you don't, get into the habit of doing it now, because once you do have 300, 400, 500, 1,000 customers, you kind of have to check in all the time. You have to see, did someone place an order, or was there a return, or what's going on? Is there a program on, sold out, or what's going on with this program? Is this program coming out? Or when they have like sporadic sales throughout the month, or, free trials. These are things that are in the back office, and then that breaking news. And if you don't know about it, you don't know. Or when an FAQ comes out, or the policy and procedure, when that changes, that's all in the breaking news. So get into the habit of checking that. And that's just another thing. Set a goal for yourself. If you don't do it daily now, set a goal for 5 times a week until it's every single day that you check it. The next section here, social media, posting 3 times a day. I say 5 to 8. So scratch that out and say 5 to 8. Personal, health and fitness, motivational, yes, those three should be there. I say, these are my, just off the top of my head, an inspirational quote. You want to inspire your fellow Facebookers to want to come to your page. Whether it is a picture that you look up on Google inspirational fitness quotes or inspirational quotes. So something inspirational and motivating for people to come to. Your workout picture, whether it is your before, your after, your action, your stats for the day. Your workout picture you want to post. Your Shakeology or a recipe that you're using, or a benefit of Shakeology, that's another one. If you're trying a new recipe, that can be something. Number 4 is your personal life. What is going on in your personal life? Whether it is at your job, at your, with your family, with your kids. You want to post a picture of your hobby or something that you absolutely love. Or now that it's Christmas time, ask engaging questions about things that you like or you want for Christmas, or even what people are buying their spouses for Christmas or their kids for Christmas, or what you buy your boss for Christmas. I mean, something as simple as that, or post a picture of your favorite or your best Christmas gift or your best present you've ever received. Post it below. Something that is engaging so that your fellow readers are going to come to your page and be like, oh, this girl's cool. I want to come to her page. I want to see what her question of the day is. Make it something fun. The question of the day, or the poll of the day, the survey of the day is. Make it something. Are you guys still on? Okay, sorry, my little Zoom thing just popped up on me. Make it fun. Make people want to come to your page to see what you're talking about. And then I say 6, 7, and 8. It really depends on who you are, how long you've been in the business. But you want to be posting about your challengers, your new challenge groups coming up, and the business opportunity. Those 3 things are huge. So when I say talking about your challengers, you want to talk about the progress of your challengers. You want to talk about what they're posting about in your challenge groups. You want to talk about their stats. You want to talk about them and how enthusiastic they are and how overwhelming and grateful you are to have them in your challenge group. You want to talk about the people that are in your challenge group. You want to talk about your next challenge group because you want people to know that are coming to your page to see all this fun stuff, what you're doing, that you are a Beachbody coach, and that you have a challenge group coming up, and if they are interested in it. And the business opportunity. And those last 3 things, they can be, weekly things if you're brand new, because you don't want to overwhelm your Facebook page with things with Beachbody when you're brand new, because your people on Facebook are going to be like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to see, I want to block that person. So those last 3 things, talking about your challenge groups, inviting to a challenge group, and the business opportunity, they can be throughout the week. But another thing is when you're posting, if you notice that you post an invitation to your challenge group at 9:00 on Monday morning and you don't get any hits on it, you don't get any traction, no one posts on it, no one comments on it, don't post it on Monday at 9:00. Again, try a different time. That's something else that you will find that this business activity tracker will help you with. So say today I posted my invitation to my coaching sneak peek at 9:00 and only 2 people liked it. I'm not going to post it at 9:00 on a Thursday ever again. I'll post it at maybe 11:00 or 12:00 when people are on their lunch break, or even 9:00 at night, so that once they get their kids to bed, they see it. And that's another thing. You have to figure out what your niche market is to see when they're on Facebook. Because moms usually are in the morning after they get their kids to school, after nap time, during nap time, and after bed, after they put their kids to bed. So I know when my moms are on. Do you know when your niche market's on social media? So think about it, play around with it. But that section right there is going to keep you accountable with your social media. 2 to 5 new people every day. New contacts are people that you have never talked to, or not even never talked to, people that you haven't talked to in so long. So whether this is someone from college or this is somebody from your job, but somebody you have not contacted or talked to in a very long time. So that's a new contact. I say 2 to 5 is fine because that's just a new contact. You're not even talking about Beachbody. You're not inviting to a challenge. You're pretty much just starting to that forming process with them. Invite to a challenge group and or fit club. This says 2 to 5. I say 5 to 10. If you want to build your business, you want to invite 5 to 10 a day. There are going to be days when you aren't on Facebook, so you don't invite people. There are going to be days when you only have an hour, so you can only invite 5 people. There are going to be days when you have 2 hours on Facebook, like the weekends. If you work Monday through Friday, you have the weekends. So you catch up on those invites that you missed. 2 to 5 people to learn about the business. I think this one's huge because if you're not inviting people to learn about the business, you're not going to have people interested in the business. You have to invite into, what we do as coaches. And this can be people that are your current challengers, people that are, on Shakeology to get the discount. This can be people that are into fitness and you just think would be an amazing coach. This doesn't have to be a random person. Hey, do you want to get on my business opportunity call? You're not going to open up a conversation like that. This is going to be somebody that would be interested in coaching, or they've come to you about what you're doing. So that would be that. Follow up, like I said, you want to keep a list. Like, here's your list of people that you contact, or that so not that you contact, but you contact through Facebook, you see who you contact. It's the people that come back to you and you have a conversation with. That's when you're going to start putting names down here. So oh, hey, so I talked to this person today. I'm going to follow up with them on Saturday. So you make your list here. So then you'll go here, follow-ups. You'll go through here and just write down. Or you can even keep this spot. I know this is kind of tricky, but go through and write down who you need to follow up with on what day. So if you talk to Jen and Katie today and they're really interested, but they had to run to a meeting, you're going to go here and say Jen and Katie. So Saturday, Jen and Katie, that's who you're going to check in with. And then you just check off their name once you follow up with them. And then existing customer check-in. This is something I do. I try to do weekly, but I definitely do monthly. I just go in my back office and send a bulk email to my customers and check in with them. Ask them if they have any questions, how they're doing, if they're liking their program, or if I'm having a challenge group come up, I put that in the bottom. If I have just a support group for them, I put that in there as well. It's just basically a monthly check-in, what's going on? How are you doing? These e-cards that Beachbody has, they're great. They have a thank you one in there. So if someone bought something from you, send them a thank you e-card. Or if the holidays are coming up, send your customers a holiday e-card. It really just lets them know that you're thinking about them and you care about them. And that's what we're all about. You need to make that personal touch with people. I'm sorry I'm running over, guys. If you have to jump off, go ahead and I will it's recorded. And then the last one here, connect with your team. This is getting on team calls. This is getting into the team page, asking questions, commenting on people's questions. This is getting into challenge groups and commenting on people's things. So one thing I've found in a lot of my challenge groups that I'm co-running with coaches is they'll post their workout picture, but they will not go on and like or comment on anyone else's picture. That breaks my heart because think about when you first started a challenge. How awful did it make you feel when you posted a picture and no one commented on it? No one encouraged you that you were doing a great job. No one encouraged you that your food choices were great. No one encouraged you to wake up again tomorrow and do that. You're doing awesome. Your dedication rocks. Little comments like that mean the world to people. So if you are in a challenge group, make sure you are doing that to every single person. I wake up some mornings and I have 20 plus notifications on the side for my challenge groups. And you know what? I will go through and I will comment on every single one of them before I post the assignment for that day. It's that personal touch and truly caring about the people that are in your life, because remember, they chose you for a reason. But even if you're co-running a challenge group with somebody else, help encourage them and help encourage their people, because that's what this business is about. Encouraging people to reach their fullest potential, helping them reach their goals. That's number one thing in this business that we should be doing. So make sure this connecting with team, that means team. That means connecting with Team Resurrection page. That means connecting with your challenge groups. That means connecting if you're in a coach camp or an Emerald to Diamond group, or if you're in just a push group. If you're with your success partner, connect with your success partner daily. Follow-ups, here's all that. And at the bottom of this business activity tracker, it gives you a contact list. If you click it, I don't know what it's going to do, guys, sorry. Okay, you go into your contact list. Now here you go. You can start writing names, email, phone number. Go through. I know one of the girls in my Diamond and Above group, she went through all of her Facebook friends list, and she wrote down in a notebook every single person that she has not contacted or someone that she's made an excuse not to contact. So she wrote them down, so she's going to go and contact them. Because remember, we can't assume for somebody. We cannot say, oh, well, that person's not going to want to do Beachbody, because you never know. Okay, there we go. But again, how to build relationships, the 5-step invite process, overcoming objections, introduction to Team Beachbody video, something I highly recommend using when you are inviting a prospect to the business. And then the coach FAQ. If you have a question about anything, it can be something about how much your commission is on a challenge pack. You hit this coach FAQ. Maybe it's going to come up. Okay, and you type in your question here. How much do I make on 21-day fix challenge pack? I don't know if something's going to come up for this. There we go. Right there. Programs, challenge pack price, volume, and commissions. Go down, 21-day fix right here. It's $160 price. You make $50 on it. How many Success Club points? You get 2. Do you see how easy that is? Do you see it took me 2 seconds to type that in and find out that answer? These are simple things that it's going to help you learn in the long run to build and grow a successful and strong business and team, because now you're going to be able to explain that to your coaches and to your coaches. And it's all about that duplication of knowing where to find things. So this is directly at the bottom of the business activity tracker that you should be using every single day. And then your weekly achievements. So here's where this totals. It used to total right here at the end of the week, but now it's on the bottom. So you go through and total up and then check your goals. Did you reach your goals? Were you short of your goals? Where can you be better next week? Don't beat yourself up because of what you didn't do this week. Just push harder next week. Just make it a stronger week next week. And that's what it is. So that is that. Do we have any chats here? Bonnie, I've been waiting to send a newsletter, but need to figure out how to do a bulk email. Okay, so let's see if I'm still logged in. I don't know where I am here now. Okay, Bonnie, are you still on? I hope you're still on, girl. Okay, so you go to My Business, My Customers, Customer Search. This is to send a bulk email to all of your customers. Right here at the top, send bulk email. Click. you can do two things. Here's all of these people. I mean, I could go in and unclick people. I can go in and not. Go in, you click here to compose email, and it sends you right to your Beachbody. I have tons of lists that go on for, well, in this business center doesn't have that many, but in my other business center, I have like my coaches that upgraded to, or my customers that upgraded to coaches. I have people that I went to high school with. I have different challenge group lists. But here, if you don't want to use your Beachbody, just double click, copy it, paste it into your personal email. But make sure you use BCC, the blind carbon copy, when you're sending a bulk email. You will tick people off. They will mother F you. Excuse that little language that I used. I don't know if that was even bad, I guess. But they will be really mad at you for using or sending, even if it's just a carbon copy. They will be really, really upset if there are people that are sending them emails. So make sure you use the BCC, the blind carbon copy, to send that bulk email. I hope you're on and that you understood that. But yeah, see, this would take forever. I have 449 customers in this business center. It would take me forever to go through and write each one of them a thank you or a hello or a check-in. Some of them are coaches, some of them are restricted. But if I went through here, and if it is a restricted or do not contact me, it'll pop back. So I don't have to worry about going in and individually inviting those 449 people. So when you're using that business activity tracker, be as honest and as detailed as you need to be. Remember, you're only lying to yourself if you don't fill it out. And you're only lying to yourself if you don't do what you need to be doing each day in your business. Nikki, what do you say in your weekly, bi-weekly check-in email so you don't have to check in with each individually personally? Okay, so for instance, the last email I sent out was about Insanity Max coming out, and that it was out, and that I gave them pretty much details about what, it was. For people that didn't, I sent a little link to the video, the infomercial, and gave them the link to my support group. When there's not a product launch, I basically just say to them, hey, how are you? How are you doing with your fitness goals? Do you have any questions? Do you need sample meal plans? And I pretty much ask them some questions. And then at the bottom, I say, you can always connect here. And I put the link to my support group, the Team Resurrection support group. I put the link to that in there. I put the link to, if I have a specific challenge group that I'm letting anyone into, I put the link there. And I always say to them, don't hesitate to contact me back if you have any questions, concerns. If you're looking for a new program, that's what I'm here to help you with. Some of my newsletters can be as detailed as giving them recipes at the bottom. It just depends on the month. It depends on what's going on. I like to stick to what's going on in the month. So like on Monday, I'll send, I like to do it in the middle of the month as well. So on Monday, I will send another one that will give them a holiday side dish, a clean eating holiday side dish. And I'll just say to them, hey, I hope all is well. I hope you're getting ready for the holidays. If you have to take a dish to your holiday party, try this new recipe, and I'll give them a recipe. So it's just adding a personal touch. It's not always asking them what their goals are. It's not always asking them to buy a program. It's not always asking them if they're losing weight. Just giving them advice, giving them tips, giving them suggestions. I hope that helps. Yes. I started doing bulk emails when I started getting more than 2 customers a week. And it's made life easier because you're sending the same email anyways, and especially when you get leads, because you don't know them. So you can't really make a personal touch to it other than you can point out what program they bought or what program is in their description. But to take out those 3 extra steps, I just send them the same exact email. And all my new customers, they get emailed weekly. So every single Monday, I go through and email my new customers. So I hope that helps. Any other questions? No. All right. Well, thank you all for sticking with me for this hour and 15 minutes and sticking with my rambles and all that fun jazz. And again, don't forget, get a success partner by the end of this year so that you have somebody to talk back and forth with, to grow your business, and to have an amazing 2015. Any questions, post on the team page. If not, I will talk to you all soon.